In this video, we're going to show you how to put a routed edge onto the top of your clock base. Okay, to do this, first you need to make sure that you know which is the top and the bottom, the back side of your base piece. Again, looking at green, I made this piece my back side or the bottom because it has some markings on here from shipping or from production that just aren't quite as nice, and I don't like the green pattern on this side as much as I do this side. So on the back, what you need to make sure you do, and it works best using pen, not pencil or marker, because those will wash away when we get to the stain process. Use pen and put your first and last name and period number, and it might help if you write the word back, but that's more for this so you know that this is on the back side. It's to use on the back. Okay? To get ready to go, what you need to make sure you have is that you have your safety glasses. Get those on. Again, jewelry, anything like that needs to come off. So the old watch comes off again, hair gets tied back, all of it. You don't want that getting in the way and having you get snagged and caught. The router is essentially a great big wood chipper that puts a pretty design on your wood. It will catch and snag and tear everything. So once you have your safety stuff taken care of, glasses on, shirt stuck, sleeves rolled, hair tied back, all the good stuff, we're gonna head back to the shop. And the first thing you need to do is grab hearing protection because it is going to be very loud. So again, come over to the hearing protection cabinet, grab your hearing protection, and put that on right away, because it is going to be very loud. You're going to come over to the corner here. There are two shapes available. On the left side, there is the 45-degree chamfer, puts an edge on. That looks like this. There's a sample block. The left chamfer, you can see the edge is just angled, puts a nice 45-degree angle on everything. On the right router has a 3/4 inch cove design. As you can see here, it curves out the edge. On the sample block that says right cove, and you can see it curves that angle out and makes a nice tapered edge there. So you have to choose which design you want. The sample block will be here on the counter. In order to use the router tables, you must use a vacuum and dust collection system. So for this one, we'll use the chamfer bit for this example. It's the same as it is on the cove bit. The process is the same. First, you must make sure that the dust collection is open to the tools, which it is. It's on this one. And you need to make sure that your vacuum is plugged in, which it is. Notice again on the vacuum, there is an on-off. So make sure it actually is on because you probably won't be able to hear it. Okay, so the process, how it's gonna work. First, you will turn on the dust collection system. Then you're going to turn on the vacuum. The motion I want to explain to you here first, you're going to move only from the right to the left. Only right to left. Never go left to right, or the spinning bit will catch your wood and throw it toward the person to your right. You're always going to start with the short ends of the board, or we call the end grain. That, as you can see where the grain lines go, this cuts across the end. We want to do that first because sometimes it chips out on the back edge. So do the end grain first. Then we'll do the edge grain, as it's called, which is the long way. You want, again, when you do this, the bit is coming up from the bottom. So you want to put it so that your face, your good side, is down. You should always see your name and class period when you're doing this. Always see your name and class period. If you flip it over and you can't see that, you're going to route the wrong edge. So you should always be seeing your name and class period. So how it's going to work is you push it up against the fence in the back. So you're going to hold it up against the fence, Using your thumbs to push against the fence gently. You need to have moderate pressure, but don't smash it. Then you're going to use your hands here, keep it level and flat against there. You're going to be bringing it across the bit 2 times each edge, so 2 passes. 2 passes. Then you're going to just rotate it around to the other end grain. 2 passes. Then you're going to go to the edge grain. Notice it's a little closer here with the guard. You need to just hold the corners. So just pinch the corners, pinch the corner. Do not stick your fingers underneath this shield, otherwise it will be very, very bad. Okay? So again, 2 passes on that edge grain, and you'll rotate it. 2 passes on this edge grain. Okay? Okay, get your ears ready. It's gonna get loud here in just a moment. So first, we are gonna turn on the dust collection. Then the vacuum. Once you make sure that the area is clear and you're ready to go, you can pull this switch on the router table and it'll turn on. Now again, we're doing end grain first. Gentle pressure against the fence. Hold it steady. You're gonna do 2 passes, so just bring it right back. There you see how it chipped out. That's why we do the end grain first. So just rotate it. Other end grain. 2 passes. Now we're gonna go to the edge grain, the long side. Again, I can still see my name. Hold the corners. 2 passes. And last edge, rotate it around. Hold the corners. Once I have it done, shut off the router. Shut off the vacuum. Make sure it's to the off side. And then come over and shut off the dust collector. You will notice now that when I've done this, my name side stayed up, but on the good side, I have a nice, clean, routed edge all the way around. You notice after we did the end grain, there was a little bit of chip out there. That's why we do that first, because it's cutting across the grain. When we do the edge grain, it cleans that up. Once you have this, speaking of cleanup, you need to take the nearest broom and dustpan and do a little sweep up. Notice there's not a lot because we have the vacuum and dust collection system. If you use the Cove bit, there will be a little bit more dust that you're gonna have to pick up. So it's really simple though. Take your brush, get what you can from underneath here, take your brush into the track, brush that off, brush the shield off, and just check around the edge of the counter and make sure that you have the surface cleaned up and anything on the floor looks pretty good. Once you have cleaned up, take it to the garbage and then clear out for the next person to use the router table. Be safe, wear your hearing protection, and remember, end grain first.